He is having an incredible season so far, is wanted all across Europe and could get called up to the Spanish national team soon, but he only turned pro earlier this year. So who is Junior Firpo? Hi everyone, I'm Ghost Masala and welcome back to another Who Is / What Happened To video, where I take a look at a player's career and see how they got to a certain point and what their achievements have been throughout their career and just stuff like that in general basically. So a bit different format today, as Junior's career has been very short, of course he only turned pro earlier this year. Well, he made his first pro appearance, that is, and so I'll go more in depth into what sort of player he is and more important games in his career so far. So yeah, and once again, please leave suggestions for future videos in this sort of series thing, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and check out the What Happened To / Who Is playlist. Hopefully I'll leave that in the description if I remember. But yeah, let's get into the video about Junior Firpo. Junior joined Real Betis in 2014 and quickly cemented his place in the Real Betis B side. However, he didn't even go on a pre-season tour with the actual Real Betis side until 2017, when Junior was 20 years old, and that's quite late for a football player to be getting into the first team. You know, quite a lot of football players start breaking into the first team at about 18 or 19, possibly even a bit earlier. You won't find too many exceptions to that, apart from goalkeepers really. Even defenders usually get chances playing at least a sub match while they're 18 or 19, so it was very late for Junior to actually try and kind of break into the first team, and he didn't actually break into a first team until quite a bit later actually, in 2018. Yeah, so he's quite a late developer, Junior is, but there we go. And he actually debuted for the first team in a game versus Deportivo La Coruña in February 2018, and he actually started the game, so he played from the start of the match. I believe he played all 90 minutes as well, which is incredibly unusual for a player's first professional match. Usually they come on as a sub, so it showed that they were really confident in him, and they thought that he could come straight into the team and do well. I don't know if he was an unused substitute before then, but yeah, it's surprising to see a youth player getting his chance in the main team to start the game. Usually they would come on as a sub, not in this case. And in fact, he actually got an assist on his debut, but which is also very impressive. But Deportivo were relegation candidates at the time, and they actually did get relegated at the end of the season, and Junior's next game would be a much tougher test against Real Madrid just 6 days later after his first appearance. So, but he did continue his good start against Real Madrid. He had a shot and it was deflected, and it did put Betis in the lead against Real Madrid. They were 2-1 up at this point, although it unfortunately didn't go down as his goal. It counted as an own goal for Real's player, and he later assisted another goal with a very nice assist. However, unfortunately Firpo was at fault for 2 of Real Madrid's goals, as Betis did lose that match 5-3. So it was both a good and a bad match for both Real Madrid and Real Betis. And in the remainder of the 2017-18 season, Junior became the starting left back for Betis, and he proved to be consistent whilst defending and attacking. So he's a good defender and he's a good attacker too. He can slot into centre back and he can play at left wing as well. So he's a really versatile player, really good all-rounder, and he's fast as well. He added 2 goals to his tally later in the season, as he helped Betis to 6th place finish and Europa League competition. And this season, Junior has gone from strength to strength. He seems to enjoy playing against Real Madrid. He scored and assisted in a 4-3 win for Betis in November over Real Madrid. So yeah, he likes playing against Real Madrid basically, and he has 3 goals this season already, which is 1 more than last season. And of course you've got to remember he's a left back. It's very unusual for fullbacks to score that amount of goals. So where will Firpo go next? And of course he could stay at Real Betis. I believe this will probably happen for at least the next couple of years. He has a contract until 2021, I do believe, so he's most likely to stay at Betis and continue his development in La Liga. However, he has been heavily linked to the Premier League. He's been linked to Man City, Crystal Palace, Arsenal and Newcastle, although it's saying that he's going to cost a lot of money. We're talking more than 20 million euros, probably more than that. I reckon he could go for at least 40 million if he continues his development in this way, and if clubs were willing to spend that much for him. I'm sure Man United will be linked with him at some point, and they'd probably be crazy enough to pay that amount. But I say crazy enough, but he is definitely a very good player, and he definitely deserves that amount. But I think it is a little bit too early for him to move to a really big club yet, but he definitely is better than Palace and Newcastle though. So maybe he could go to Real Madrid in a few years. Well, of course, you know, La Liga's best players all get bought up by one of the two big clubs, and Firpo could go this way as well. I wouldn't be very surprised, as he could be a Marcelo replacement in the near future. Of course, Real Madrid have always had good left backs, whether they be Marcelo or Fabio Contral, or I believe Roberto Carlos played for Real Madrid for a bit as well. I could well be wrong, but yeah, Firpo could be the next player in that line of brilliant left backs. But yeah, so I don't know where he'll go next, but of course I'm sure you have an opinion. And yeah, speaking of opinions, if you like this video, make sure to leave your opinion. How did I do? If you know Junior Firpo better than I do, make sure to comment about it. And yeah, I guess thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to leave suggestions as well. And of course, one final note, players with the name Junior are always good. Of course, we've had Neymar Jr., Vinicius Jr., who recently moved to Real Madrid, and of course Junior Ito. And yeah, on that note, I'll end the video here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.